Wow, what a great question that is. An object or a place? I think that it's more of a place than an object. My definition of an object is sort of cold and without personality. McAndrew Stadium as a matter of fact, has a strong personality. McAndrew Stadium was built because of the need. They played many years ago when they first started football at SIU in the 19 teens. They played at a field that's called Bayless Field, and it was on the east side of town. And then they gave up on Bayless. It was just basically a dusty old sandlot, so to speak. And then they had a football stadium immediately or very close just east of where the present stadium is, and it was simply called the SIU's old football stadium. And then when they built McAndrew, until it was named McAndrew, it was called SIU's new football stadium. They were really original and clever back in those days. Stadium was built in, I think it was 1935, they started on it, and then basically in 1936 it was completed. They played the first game there in 1937, although they did not dedicate the stadium until 1938. He had to die, which he did, unfortunately, in 1943 before they could actually name the football stadium after McAndrew. There was a law in the state of Illinois at the time that prevented universities, or anyone, I guess, from naming a state building after a living person. McAndrew Stadium or a football stadium any place is fairly important. You just, if it's more attractive, why, you're going to attract a little more attention. And it's particularly important that it be a fairly nice facility for recruiting purposes. It really is common knowledge that SIU's football coaches would try to hide the stadium from any recruits whenever they came in. Obviously the recruit sooner or later is going to say, well, I want to see the football field. And they'd have to show it to them later. But it's just one of those things that we always kid the coaches about. Well, the first Saluki dog was buried, and I can't pronounce his name. He has an Egyptian name, quite obviously, because he's an Egyptian hound, the Saluki is. But he was struck and killed by a car only about a year after SIU, or the students, voted. His original, or his first burial spot was there at the northeast corner of McAndrew Stadium, right alongside of where the flagpole is now today. There have been so many things that have taken place in McAndrew Stadium, so many events, not just football, but events like, that's before the arena was built in 1964. All the commencements were held outdoors at the McAndrew Stadium. They'd have as many as 25 or 30 high school bands coming in for band contests and things of that nature. There have been presidential candidates speaking, passing through Southern Illinois and speaking there. All new stadiums have to earn and the respect and the memories of teams gone by, and that's something that, that the new stadium simply will be without.